Welcome back, REL Division 4. I am your host, Ledeas. With Iron Master having finals this week, I am recording the catch-up of week 7 and 8. So, looking over week 7, we have Cash Crew Part 2 with a 3-0 over the Nurgles FTD. And the Nurgles had a death. That's a bit odd. Line busted guard and block. Agility busted. That's not bad. So 16 versus 13. Let's take a look at the removals. The humans had 9 removals versus the Nurgles 2. And the Nurgles had the pass. Strange day for sure. Let's take a look at that blocking dice. Little bit more on the favorable side when you look at the first 13, and all of them are knockdowns unless he has dodge and block. That shows pretty good brutality there. Yeah, a lot. The pushes were quite low, so getting results, that's pretty good. Nurgle FTD had a bit more of a average spread there. 20, 22, 24, 22, 46. That's the way it's supposed to look. I don't know. I guess you could kind of say that is the same there. I don't know what it has, but he did it, and that's all that matters. What else happened on day 7? The Communist Frat Party beat the High Elves. TeamSpeak Crew version 4 beat Roasted Garlic Triscuit. The 1-1 tie from Culinary Delights version 2 versus Unaccompanied Minos. The other human team, the Drakeward Day Laborers against the Sunken Crypt Lords 2-1. I think the Day Laborers are humans. I am correct. So, got a little money in the bank from his last few games. Let's see what else went down. Thick, Rich, and Creamy getting a win over Knights of Cord and Panda. And Nightmare on Elf Street dropping to 0 to the Straight Up Flatulence. Let's see how Straight Up Flatulence did that. 9 armor breaks versus 5, and they had a death. A no-skill lineman, but still sucks. Statistic-wise, 4 removals for KOs, 2 injuries, 1 kill. So 46 blocks versus 23 and 7 removals. I think that pretty much is all she wrote. And was that Negan the dead one? Yes, it was. Well, at least you got your achievement for that. On week 8, the week of Thanksgiving, Drakeward Day Laborers 3-2 over the High Elves. The High Elves, that's pretty good. I mean, that's 5 scores. 3 passes, 2 touchdowns, 5 passes, 3 touchdowns. Low number of armor breaks, but a lot of blocks. So they were trying, just wasn't getting the armor breaks. But yeah, 5 score, that's not bad at all. Unaccompanied Minos running all over Thick, Rich, and Creamy. If I'm not mistaken, that is Unaccompanied Minos. Yes, Chaos Dwarf team. Well, we'll come back and look at the teams in a minute. So that's pretty wild. Running over Rattlings. Thick, Rich, and Creamy might not be Rattlings. What am I thinking? Thick, Rich, and Creamy is Necro. I guess the werewolves were not doing their job that week. I don't know why I thought that was a Skaven team. No idea. Straight Up Flatulence 1-0 over the TeamSpeak Crew version 4. Nightmare on Elf Street able to bring a win out against the Nurgles. The Knights of Cord and Panda able to get a win against the Communist Frat Party. Cash Crew Part 2 4-0 over the Sunken Crypt Lords. That's pretty wild. Sunken Crypt Lords is a pretty strong team. Don't normally drop one, much less drop one that far, but 71 blocks. 2 passes, 4 KOs, 3 injuries. I don't know, with 71 blocks and you still lose 4-0, either there was some serious shenanigans or you just focused on the bash and forgot that there was the team playing the ball, I would suppose. I would take a look. You know what? Why don't we take a look at that? We talk about taking a look at that. Let's do it. Cash Crew Part 2. History. Sunken Crypt Lords. We can't watch the replay. Oh well. That's why we're not watching it. That's right, that only works when it's your team anyways. Still, that's pretty wild. And then Roasted Garlic Tristic 0-0 against Culinary Delights. Just checking to make sure that there wasn't a missed game. There was not. They both showed up and smacked each other around a little bit with no removals, really. No passes, no catches, no interceptions. Moving the ball 40 yards, 48. Just not able to bring it in. Of course, let's see. Pickups, 50% drop rate for roasted for the lizards. Culinary Delights, pickups, only 1 out of 4 successes. So that probably sings a lot when you have 13 D6s, or 6s on the D6s, and 22 1s, plus 23 2s. When you're AG3, that's a lot of failure. That's 45 out of 90, 101, 113. So 45 fails for pickups, catches. No, the 1 dodge succeeded. So that's brutal. I mean, only able to pick up the ball once and move it once out of 6 catches. And those weren't passes, those were handoffs. Or catches for kickoffs. That's brutal. And then Roasted Garlic Triscuit didn't have a much better day. Loner failed him twice. Pickups 50-50. Catches, all of them failed out of 3. Going for it, that's okay. Not bad. Dodges did well. Yeah. That was the game where Nuffle just said, I don't care what any of you do. No one's having fun. Cash Crew Part 2 still in the lead. 7 wins, 2 draws. We are in the middle of day 9. So as you can see from me flipping about, 3 games left to play. So the leaderboard can switch up a little bit. But let's see. Cash Crew has played Straight Up Flatulence and drew. And they are 1 and 2. Thick, Rich, and Creamy, 9 games. He's played his. Communist Frat Party, 9 games played his. Debt Monkey, Unaccompanied Minos, 9 games played his. TeamSpeak Crew version 4, 9 games played his. So it seems like most of the people under 6th place, with the exception of the Dreckward Day Laborers, they've played theirs. 789, yeah. 789. High Lord Salt's played his. So there you go. Most of these people have the chance to get a victory against someone in the lower levels, which will help their team development, but not too much up here in the ability to catch up. With 3rd place having 18 points, 4th place having 16, and 2nd place having 18 points. So 2nd and 3rd are technically tied, and 21, 22, 23 points for Cash Crew Part 2. Just no losses. Running away with this season. Doing quite well, sir. Let's take a look at the teams. We haven't went down team lane for a while. Home of the most worthless Saurus known, he says. Got a little bit of cash bloat, but not enough to cry about. Got 11 players currently with one of the Saurus out. I don't think your Saurus are all that worthless. These niggling injuries are going to start really piling up on you. Well, that's just a miss next game. That's a speed bump. Or, speed bump. Haha. Move bust. So I guess it's only the one niggling. I saw the little red crosses and just immediately assumed. Should not have done that, but I did. Got you a sprinting skink. I like that. I will always personally go sure feet first, because if you can't go 2 safely, why bother going 3? Jump up and sure hands. I love that combination. You're going to get knocked down. You might as well just get up, get the ball, and leave if you don't die. So, statistics says that he has, there we go. 1 win, 1 draw, and 11 losses so far. 11, 12, 13. Is that right? How can I be 11, 12, 13? How can you have season 7? We are in season 7. How can you have 13 games? Perhaps you had a few friendlies or something. I don't know. But, yep. Cash crew, Part 2. No money bloat, just team bloat. Nah, it's probably not bloaty at all. Fresh lineman of sorts. Got 1 MVP, or got 5 points, so he's 1 SPP away. Blitzers still looking pretty healthy and doing what they do. Frenzy tackle, strength up. Blodge, stand firm, diving tackle. A block guard lineman who is double agility busted. Welcome to the world of Saurusville. I mean, good lord. But he's still doing what he needs to do. 2 more points, and he's going to get another skill. And I mean, tackle will make him better. Piling on or mighty blow will make him beautiful. So the throwers, the catchers, the real star of the show. Don't really need a thrower when you have 2 agility 4 catchers. You got movement all over the board. And a blitzer with agility if you do want a trusty ball carrier. And even the ogre's getting into the world. 1 SPP away from his level 4. Let's take a look at your statistics. There you go. 7 wins, 2 draws. Guess we kind of looked at that a little earlier. Inflicting 2 kills this season. And sustaining 2. So Karma has balanced that out. Nocturnal has a little extra change up here. About 60 points of team value. So realistically he's only 1460. But he's also missing 2 fellas. So that 1460 is actually 160 points short. Not too, but it is a lineman, which a loner lineman versus this guy's not that much of a big deal. But the guard blitzer might be a real pain in the neck. Thrower is doing very well. He has strong arm, accurate. He has block and dodge. This thrower is going to throw, run, just about everything. He can actually, with block and dodge, even pinch hit as a backup lineman if need be. Of course, with those skills, maybe you don't take that chance. Catcher with wrestle, tackle, strip, ball. So definitely a beautiful ball hawk there with the ability to score. And then the blodging catcher. Piling on killer here. Stand firm guard with tackle. Just all around doing well. Nocturnals has a great team looking, to be honest with you. Let's take a look how he's been doing. 5-1-3. A couple of losses, bringing down what is otherwise a very great team. He's inflicted 2 kills and sustained 2 this season, so I guess Karma Fairy is keeping him balanced as well. Hi, Lord Salt. Not going into that motto, dude. What's wrong with you? Got a little bit of bloat from money, not too much. The 1600 team is missing 1 Pestigore. Lord Herpestus. It's got a agility bust, not that big of a deal when your job is to punch people in the face. Got another one who is, oh look, agility bust. The dodge is now relegated only to keeping him standing if that wasn't what it already was for to begin with. Claw and Mighty Blow making that a hell of a killer. two guards. The Beast of Nurgle doing its thing with guard and stand firm. Good ball carrier here with sure hands and blodge. Hard to bring down. Hard to strip ball. Got a beginning killer with tackle, block, and mighty blow. Pestigore with block. Pestigore with the miss next game. And the Rotter's not doing much of anything. But hey, at least they're not team bloat, I guess. I don't know. I really think High Lord Salt will probably somewhere along the way try to force a vanity pass with this guy just to get a new fouling piece. The Stadium 2 waiting to get an enhancement. Who knows what that will be. Astro Granite. Angry Crowd. Who knows. 2 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses. He's inflicted 4 kills, so that's at least 4 Rotters that have joined him. But he's sustained 4 deaths, so who knows? Maybe they cycled right out. The Team Speak Crew version 4. Boat Lord, it's all his fault. Okay, so Minotaur's looking well. Both of he's picked up break tackle since the last time I looked at him. That's going to help him carry that ball and get away when people try to mark him. And then this one has Mighty Blow and Block, so this is your missile, I assume. Rush in, bash people in the head. Hey, used to be a strength 4 hobgoblin named Mango, I think. He's finally dead. Ding dong, thank goodness. Niggling injury on that guy means as soon as he can be replaced now, realistically. So he might be, of course the other side of the coin is, you might just use him as random fouling trash and let him get murdered the old-fashioned way. Chaos Dwarf. Missing next game? Yes. Did he get surfed? Did he get bashed? It doesn't matter. He's not there, but he'll be back 1 point away from level 5. Makes me wonder if he doesn't roll doubles, what's he going to get? Maybe grab. So he can drag people into the pile of dwarves and just keep the cycle going. Claw and Mighty Blow desperately wants block. Needs to put it up on Craigslist. Agility bust, no worries. You just need 6s for interceptions anyways. The other 2 are doing their jobs with guard, and if they level up, Mighty Blow will most likely be in their future. Doing quite well with development. Let's see how he's doing in the division. 4 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Something tells me he only loses when somebody can outrun him. And as dwarves, it's not too hard. 5 kills inflicted, but has sustained 3 deaths. I'm sure your hobgoblin deaths here are much cheaper than the deaths you have inflicted. Doing quite well, personally, I think. He's only scored 8 touchdowns in 9 games, or in 8 games. I guess that's why you have I don't know, man, that's crazy. But he's also kept people only to scoring 5. Let's look at the history. That's madness. So TeamSpeak outran him 2-1. Well, he is TeamSpeak. I am totally spacing. So he beat the Minos in a Chaos Dwarf mirror match, which is probably day 9, so a little sneak peek here. Lord of Boats got to level up. That was where he got his guard. 10 versus 13, so the blocking went this way. Removals technically are even with 2 KOs, 3 injuries versus 4 KOs, 1 injury. Wake up. No one ever woke up from TeamSpeak 4 unaccompanied Minos. 4 woke up and 2 didn't. Makes you wonder how. You didn't do better in scoring, dude. You had more people. Technically, it looks that way. Unless you were down for a good part of the game and then just somehow got 4 people removed near the end just to make the statistics look better. But yep, let's see what the dice roll said elsewhere. Pickup, TeamSpeak had 66% success. Catching did well. 2 chainsaws that did not die. I'm going to assume you had the chainsaw against him. If I'm wrong, correct me. So that's pretty cool. Not for the other team, but hey, Block Dice really liked to push this time. Pretty sure that 18 of these are knockdowns no matter what. Something tells me you're just not going to have a lot of dodge on Chaos Dwarves. 11 nothings, 24 pushes, and 7 skulls. Not a bad mixture, especially if the skulls are showing up in 2-die blocks. Why this one got re-rolled, I have no idea. Even if he has dodge, you got the same result later. So no skulls, so no failed results for the blocks. That's pretty awesome. That might be the key there. Let's take a look at the unaccompanied Minos. Bit of pushing. 20 pals versus 9 skulls. So definitely not diced. I hate to say it this way, but I think you may have just got outpositioned, outplayed, unless there was some very lucky kickoff events or something of that nature that we can't see here. Let's go back to the results. TeamSpeak and unaccompanied Minos. Lightning Bolt, he had a wizard. The other guy had a chainsaw, you had a wizard. Crazy. I like it. Of course, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you had the chainsaw and hit him twice. Pickups worked well. Catching did not. Dodging so-so. Going for it. A lot of going for it's, but with two bull centaurs, that's easily all of that right there. If maybe a dwarf or two. Alright, so that is TeamSpeak and his... let's go ahead and finish the question we were looking at, and that is, how are you scoring so many points but keeping other people from scoring? There's a 0-0 draw, a 1-1 draw against the High Elf team, another 0-0, and a 1-0. Yeah, so had a bit of a dry spell here, but then came out of it driving up your scores over your opponents. I think that was probably something from last season or in the middle of the in-between seasons. So here are the 9 games, 2-0 wins for Thick, Rich, and Creamy over you. That's balanced by your 2-0 win over against Roasted Garlic Triscuit. We skipped the other team by accident. Sorry. Chaos Dwarfs, unaccompanied Minos. Let's take a look. This is the team of dreams for Chaos Dwarves. Just a missile if there ever was one. 7, 8, 9, 10. Able to move 10 squares. Well, able to move 7 squares and 3 more at a chance to lay that mighty blow, tackle, and 1 good chance at dodging per turn. Got an agility up with sure hands, dodge, block, break, tackle. Oh, if only you had got the agility before the break tackle, you probably wouldn't have went that route. But it is what it is, and it's just amazing. I guess if all else fails, you can always just pick the ball and throw it too. The Mighty Blow Claw, Mighty Blow Guard, Claw Guard, Mighty Blow Guard, Guard, and Bashy Smurf. It looks pretty new. Got a kicking, fouling player, a fouling hobgoblin, 1680. Just got the levels where you need them. And let's see what his statistics have to say. 4, 3, and 2. So 11 touchdowns scored, 6 sustained. He has sustained 2 deaths, but only inflicted 1. Casualties inflicted 20, so that's a lot of removal. Casualties sustained 14. So I think he's probably running even on the whole casualty plus minus. Of course, we could also take a look off screen here at his unaccompanied Minos. Let's take a quick look. He is 20 plus on casualties and 18 received. And he is 6'5" on the touchdown. No, I'm sorry, he's 5+ on his touchdown differentials. So, Cash Crew Part 2, who we already looked at, is 17 points on his touchdown differentials, the highest in his division. Pretty high. Just taking a quick look through the rest of the REL. Touchdown differentials of that magnitude. Tooth and Fist in Division 5A, who we will look at soon, has 16. Pro in a Party, Elvin Union is up 23 touchdowns versus his opponents, and that's in Division 5C. So he is leading the REL and quite possibly the Rebel all the way with his touchdowns. So, but yeah, man, you're second in the REL with 17, Cash Crew, and doing quite well. Unaccompanied Minos, like I said, they've got 5, but their casualties are what's pretty even. It's only 2+, so that's probably where other people are able to keep up. Let's take a look at Dreckwald Day Laborers. Mog the Mule, doing what ogres do apparently in this division. Get guard, get break tackle. Double Agility Blitzer. Oh, don't know if I feel like I would have done that. Agility 4 is amazing. Agility 5 is expensive. And on a Blitzer, what's the point? Of course, you got a catcher down here who's strength and agility. You've got a movement up catcher and a blotch sidestepper. So I guess if you're relaying, yeah, I mean, an Agility 5 guy, he catches like an elf in one tackle zone. If you're going to relay the ball from one person to him to another, it's not bad. Agility 5 for dodging is not bad either, and you did get dodge already, so maybe I've answered my own question. 2 Mighty Blow guarding, and then another blotch blitzer, who hopefully will be picking up tackle soon because you have a serious lack of it, and apparently you put it on the thrower. So either you have no intentions of ever throwing that ball, only using him to pick it up and hand it to someone better, or your desperation need for tackle overrode that level. The linemen are apparently either line meat or kicking people in the teeth, with one guy having a skill to kick the ball. A little bit of money bloat. Probably won't be there long. 6, 10, 13 players, so this is a human team with a bench willing to punch you and spend fouls. He is winning 3-2 draws and 4 losses. He has inflicted 3 kills and sustained 3 deaths this season. Inflicted 13 touchdowns, sustained 14. So his losses look a little worse, but when he wins, he's winning better to keep that kind of a record of a 13-14. So he's only got -1 for the touchdown differences. Thick, Rich, and Creamy, the Necro team that I for some reason think are Skaven. Who knew? Probably one of the best werewolves in the game. I mean, let's be realistic. He's block, he's dodge, he's agility, he's strength, he's tackle. If he gets Mighty Blow for his final level, he will be a god among flea-bitten mammals. The other one is Blodge and Tackle as well. Not the star his co-host is, but still a very strong and reliable piece. Flesh Golem's doing, first of all, one amazing trick, not dying. Forever Provolone is block and Mighty Blow, so I guess the Mighty Blow is in the hopes of generating more SPP, which he is 1 point away from leveling. And the Havarti Makes You Farty is a blodge and guard. So he's hard as hell to move away from you and will keep causing trouble all day while he's there. It's a shame they can't get a tail. They'd even be that much more crazy and aggravating. Melty Monterey Jack is a white with Mighty Blow and guard, but he's also busted his movement. The threat he used to be a little bit more diminished, but that's okay because the second count whatever Rogafort, I don't know. Mighty Blow, he gets tackle or something of that nature, he's going hunting. The lone ghoul on the team is just missing next game. He's new, he's fresh, he's Moldy Blue Jr. He's probably played at least one game to be missing next game. Just 2. He's exceeded in 1 block. 1 block. Good job, kid. 3 block zombies and 1 guard zombie who's 1 point away from leveling up. Hopefully that will get him block. Everyone can say what they want about zombies, but, realistically in this team, they are the backbone of the team. You've got all these stars shining, and sure, the flesh golems with the help from the 1 white, one heck of a line of scrimmage. Or you can put these guys in for the line of scrimmage. Both lines are good. This one's not amazing, but they're both good. So good. Level 3 stadium with a squig sandwich kiosk. Level 3 showing out. Got all that money from all those admin games when you were in the rookie league, or not rookie league, but doing your rookie season. 6 wins, 3 losses. So he's winning twice as much as he loses, but he will never have a draw because someone's got to do something. Inflicting 3 kills, inflicting 13 touchdowns, suffering 3 deaths, but only suffering 9 touchdowns. So there you are. These kills to death ratios are staying pretty even, it seems. Straight up flash. Now, before we leave Thick, Rich, and Creamy, I just want you guys to realize that while his statistics have him at 6'3", he is quite capable of breaking out at any minute. He has a good, solid team. Everyone's capable at doing their job except a stupid ghoul, and ghouls suck anyways. I think they suck even worse on this team than they do on the undead, because you can only have 2 whites, 2 flesh golems, 2 werewolves. What have you got left? Zombies? You really need the ghouls because you've built your team that the whites and the werewolves are doing stuff. Oh, so they really are a dangerous linchpin, at least in the undead. You can just kind of suck it up, and you can go mummies and zombies and have skeletons take the role of a kind of a missile. I mean, a movement 5. Well, you've got a movement 5 there, so. Oh, and you can build 4 ghouls doing different things. So they do fill in a few other roles. My personal favorite chaos team, the Fake Nurgles. Straight up flatulence, played by Stubings. Stubings' Chaos Warriors are kind of quiet, but we may have had a dead one recently because this guy has 1 match, 1 bass. Block guard. I'm niggling. I bet your days are not. Our number 2, my friend Bean Blower and Trouser Trumpet here having the blodge. The story here is the Beastmen are the stars easily. You have a ball-carrying Beastman who's dodge away from being no, he has dodge. I missed that. I don't know what he's away from. I guess an extra arm? I don't know. Maybe an extra head. If you're going to dodge away and score, make it easier on yourself. Strength up would obviously be a beautiful gift. Murder Piece Most Foul. And just that dude is every Chaos player's dream and everybody else's nightmare. He hunts everything. Strength up and movement. There is another missile. Might not kill you, but will definitely knock you on your ass. Agility up, wrestle piece is realistically 1 level up and doubles away from dodge. Or I guess 2 heads make him dodge very well, so you may not even need dodge to get into those cages. Claw, Mighty Blow. Armor busted may not be the end when you're using these pieces as missiles. They don't stay base to base, so opportunity for Great Brown does not present itself. Maybe Scootin' and Tootin' has a shot. Of course, I could be wrong. He could get fired. Rounded out with a guard and a block and 2 fresh beastmen. This team has the bench. I would assume one of these is going to get dirty player as soon as it does. Straight up flatulence, you have a very dangerous looking team. Let's see how you're doing this season. 5-3-1. So 11 touchdowns scored, 6 kills inflicted. Is this the one? 2 deaths sustained. Yes, now we see who's bringing the hurt. And it's 4 touchdowns versus 11. That might be part of it. If you can't score, I guess break bones, right? Seems to be the thing. Straight up flatulence on the other. No, wait a minute. Straight up flatulence is in second place with his 5-3-1. Yeah, he's tied with Thick, Rich, and Creamy. Good Lord. Let's take a look at the history here. 1-1, 1-0, 2-0, 1-0, 2-1, 3-0. High Elves beat him. They stayed away, I'll bet. And 1-1. So, not high-scoring games, but the draws was a 1-1 and a 0-0. Oh, no, there was a 1-1 as well. So, there's the unaccompanied Minos. Strong team, so drawing against them makes sense. Cash Crew Part 2 is in the leads. The drawing against him makes sense. And Nurgle versus Chaos probably came down to a ballroom brawl. And everyone most likely forgot there was a ball in the game to begin with. Sunhawk's Dark Elf team. And a couple of amazing agility players, and still does. They've not gone anywhere. The Elusive Man is Blodge agility up. Gregor Clegane is block, agility up, and leap. The other Blitzer Ego, Blodge, tackle, sidestep, so he's probably the closest thing to the Ballhawk on this team, with the exception of this Witch Elf, who has Juggernaut and Strip Ball, so she's not too far behind and becoming quite the dangerous piece. The Freddy Krueger down here at the bottom would just block. Such a variety team, all scattered, is hard to read, but hey, let's give it some more shots. Blodging lineman, blocking lineman with movement, line meet forever. Blocking lineman with movement bust, line meet forever. Venom is 1 point away. I see a Vanity Pass in his future if you want, another blocking lineman for line meet forever. This is the sad here. Missed next game, smash knee, so he's niggling. He's dodge, he's agility. Me personally, I would be turning that guy into a fake passer for a while. I know you have Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash has Nerves of Steel and dodge. I think in this case he becomes a catcher. But that's my 2 cents for what it's worth. Let's take a look at your statistics. A couple of rough games with 5 losses, 2 draws, and only 1 win. He's inflicted 1 kill and sustained 2, so he's been able to keep his death rates down. However, 20 casualties sustained versus 8 inflicted makes that a quickly lopsided game. KOs, he's inflicted 10 KOs and sustained 32, so out of 9 games, good grief. 9 goes into 32, 4 times? A little less than 4 times. Almost 4 KOs per game. It's hard to play a game when you don't have a team. Scored 9 touchdowns, sustained 14. Scoring a lot better than the losses would show. Or forcing your opponent to have to score as well. Either way, not bad. A lot of room for development, and I think once you figure out some roles for those elves and get them built that way, you're going to find that they're going to be quite amazing and annoying for everyone else. So we have lost Power Chord a couple weeks back. Knights of Chord and Panda has had a rough season. Let's take a look. They are 1-1-6. They have inflicted only 1 kill and sustained 4 deaths. And those deaths have not been line meet. They have been knights, blockers, and line meet. So it's been a bit brutal mess here. Panda Red still doing the blodge work with Shadow and Tackle. I'm assuming that's still being amazing. Panda Black is strength up, sidestep and blodge, so he's probably the blitzing nightmare there. Panda Pool is taking over the role of the passer, maybe? No, I mean, he had a pass, and then he got strong arm. So he's throwing 3+ passes for quite a many locations. He picks up accurate. That's even going to be more fun. And then Power Chord Jr. entering the game in the shoes of his father, taking up the greaves, strapping on the pauldrons, playing one match, throwing a pass. He has inflicted 1 injury, but that is an injury, not a casualty. So that means he's stunning people. He's inflicted 1 KO, but he's only sustained 3 blocks. So I guess people, the good luck of his dead father's ghost is watching out for him. Stand firm guard, blocker doing what it needs to do. Not stand firm. Guarding, not blocking. Guarding and guarding and guarding. There are 3 guard players. 1 has agility. Not sure what that's doing unless you're vanity passing from here and there just to keep them SPPs growing. I don't see what the point of having his agility up. Or is he just an impromptu catcher out there? I don't know. I'm interested in seeing. 4, 7, 9. Loner lineman, I guess, can get punched in the face as good as anyone else. So Vort, carry on. Sunken Crypt Lords. I'm going to look at your statistics before we look at your team. So 1, 3, and 4 this season. 8, 2, and 3 your rookie season. So a bit of differences there. So far you've inflicted 3 kills, scored 7 touchdowns. Your opponents have almost scored against you 2-1, but you've suffered no deaths. So I'm not sure where your difficulties are lying. You have pile on, strength up, blocking white. Seems like that should be making deaths all day, every day. This white with tackle is probably a nightmare against for any dodge heavy team, like something with skinks, something with gutter runners, something with elves. Got a nice flow of zombies here, 5 of them. 4 of them with block, 1 with strength up. I still think that zombie's great. Maybe you're giving a lot of team value, I don't know, but it's hard to not have a block strength 4 zombie. He's 110 points. He is a non-stand firm flesh golem with block, you know. Armor's not as good. I mean, but realistically, he is a flesh golem with block instead of stand firm. I think most people would rather have that anyways. 2 of them with guard, that's beautiful gifts. The skeleton, I'm assuming, is a fouling piece. I've never seen the one with a turban. That's hilarious. Much like Jeff Dunham would say, silence, I foul you. A new ghoul who has, I'm going to assume, the MVP. No, he's thrown 2 passes and scored. Has he scored? Yes, 1 touchdown. So he's getting his SPP the hard way. The other one has sure hands and block, so probably a good go-to ghoul there. Yeah, I mean, your team's poised. I guess if you've had to replace some mummies, that might be part of the problem. 1 match, that looks like it could be part of the problem. The loss of a mummy on the team is the loss of some good strength or good removal options. So that always sucks. Troxbirds and his Culinary Delights, version 2. Delicious meats and cheeses if you like goat. Well, I have a friend, Troxbird, who loves the goat, goes on about it any chance he gets. 3 guard, 1 Mighty Blow Chaos Warrior, a guarding Mighty Blow blocking Beastman who's been agility busted. The beginning of a ball carrier, Mighty Blow, kick, wrestle, wrestle. So a utilitarian chaos team where you focus some points definitely into your Chaos Warriors. I guess coming up in the rookie division with, if I remember correctly, with some dwarves who made it up to Division 2, does encourage you to have a lot of guard. Something tells me you're not getting the removals you need, but I could be wrong. 4 kills inflicted, 6 deaths sustained, never mind. 18 touchdowns scored. This is all matches. Hold up. Back that up for a second. 1 kill inflicted, 3 deaths sustained, still not the greatest. 5 touchdowns scored with 7 sustained. So it looks like you're playing games where a lot of nothing is happening, and that can be slow development and quickly getting outpaced. That's aggravating, I'm sure. But at the same time, this is a good-looking beginning team. Maybe you need to check with some more developed Chaos coaches and get a couple of tips of where to take your team. 1580 seems like it's a lot of bloat. I know you've got an extra 30 here. Might be time to buy the enhancement at the moment. But yeah, definitely if you are looking for advice, perhaps check with a Chaos player with the likes of Sace, perhaps, who's doing well, or if you can get a hold of the Sage. Both of those are Chaos players in top divisions of their league, I guess, in REL and G-Man. But I'm sure there's others out there that I just don't know. And last but not least, the High Elf teams of Foith Kodaldal. The High Elves are doing all right. The thrower is, of course, where I'm going to start with. He has dodge. He throws the ball well. He gets, I suppose, block or wrestle. And me personally, I would go with sure hands because nothing pisses me off more than rolling double ones after using a reroll for a pickup. At least sure hands will save you the team reroll. Blitzer who hunts his own kind with tackle. A blitzer with shadow and sidestep. Would love to hear how that's working out. Movement 7 shadow's not bad, and sidestep is fun, so that's pretty awesome. Got a second thrower with just block. I guess he's backup thrower, backup line meat, just used as needed. The Mighty Blow blodging catcher who's been speed busted, not bad anyways. Realistically, I doubt you're using him to be a catcher anyways, probably an extra blitzer. Agility up lineman with wrestle and leap, so gets in, grabs the ball, perhaps he gets over the line of scrimmage to become open for scoring. Dodging agility up lineman, again, scoring threat if there ever was one. Might take him a little extra to get down the field, but he can do it, and he's 1 touchdown away from either block or, who knows, maybe sure feet or sprint. Dodge and guard, not the best and most fun, but the dodge lets you get open for scoring. There's a theme here. Dodge and guard, guard and wrestle. 3 guard on an elf team. I'm sure people are crying hacks when they play you. Used to pushing elves around, having guard able to do it. To slow that down a bit. I mean, realistically, you are an agility human team at the moment. 1540, you're not doing bad. At the moment, you've got enough money to afford a bench. Now might be the time to go ahead and buy the 12th player. You need 11 for the next game anyways. Why give the SPP to a loner? Forgot to take a look at your stats for the season so far. Sorry about that. Boom. 3-2-3. Doing well, actually. Especially considering last season you didn't do bad either. 5-2-4. So I was wrong there. Doing quite well. 3-2-3, 14 touchdowns scored. Has a successful interception. I think that's the first time I've seen that. 21 catches. Maybe you are giving me a run for my money for my passing game. No kills inflicted, but 2 deaths sustained. And only 9 touchdowns sustained. So when you win, you are winning well. When you lose, it's probably because people are killing you. Which goes back to one of my favorite sayings, you can't beat my team, you can only beat my team up. Well, there you go, Division 4. I hope you enjoyed looking over the teams. I'm sure Iron Master will be back next time. He's got a few finals. Wish him well. He owes you B's or better in his final grades for not being here. We will see you on the pitch.